I did just speak with a gentleman whose mother was inside at the time this all went down. She called her son and said that she heard several shots fired. She did not see if anyone was hit or injured. We also are still waiting to hear if there are any victims in this case. Now, that man says his mother was obviously very afraid, but once police got this situation under control, they did evacuate everyone, take them outside of that dangerous situation, brought them to the parking lot where they started some questioning, and I'm now told that they will be taken over to the Elkhart Police Department for further questioning tonight about what happened here. We are waiting for a PIO, a public information officer from the Elkhart Police Department, to get out here, give us more details. Police did just tape off the scene now that they've got it under control, and again, they're going to begin the questioning to try and figure out what exactly happened tonight. We do not know anything about the suspect or the victims at this point, but we're hoping to learn more in the coming minutes here and bring you updates as we get them, Terry.
Barbara Harrington's live at the scene in the 3900 block of East Bristol, where shots were fired inside the store. And Barbara, what have you found out?
Well, Terry, I just got done speaking with a man whose mother works at this mart and was inside when those shots were fired, and he says he is very angry tonight that someone would bring a gun into a grocery store, a place where people certainly feel safe. After tonight, that is not going to be the case for a lot of people who are inside this Martin's. All we know at this point, because we are still waiting for official word from police on what exactly happened at this store tonight, we do know there was an active shooter situation. Witnesses say several shots were fired inside that store. We do not know at this point anything about a potential suspect, about any victims, but we've been told that people who were inside that store at the time are now being taken to the Elkhart Police Department for questioning, so police can get a better understanding of what exactly went on tonight, what exactly was happening. The Elkhart County prosecutor is out here, still a very large police presence. We did see several ambulances leave the scene tonight, but none of them, since we've been here, had their lights and sirens going off.
Barbara Harrington joins us once again live. Barbara, what can you tell us?
Well, Terry, we just saw several squad cars leaving the Martins here. It's going to be a long night for police, but obviously the scene is toned down a little bit, which is a good thing. And right now I'm joined by Tony, whose mother was working inside when this happened tonight. Tony, first of all, your mother's okay. How are you feeling?
Now that I know she's safe, I'm feeling a lot better than I was before.
Tell me what she told you when she called you tonight about this.
When she called me, obviously she was upset, and I asked her what was going on. She said she heard that she was told that there was a shooting inside Martin's, and then they slowly evacuated Martin's, and she was outside, and she said she was safe at the time.
She did not know of anyone being injured in there.
No, she didn't say anything about someone being injured. She just said that she heard that someone was shot. I don't know if that was true or not.
How does it make you feel that someone would bring a gun in here? You told me earlier it makes you angry.
Yeah, it does make me angry. I mean, you're going to a grocery store just to get food and to live, and you're not safe.
Well, thank you so much, Tony. We're so glad that your mother is okay tonight. And we've seen several other people. One man, very teary-eyed, came up to me and said, "Police tell me my son is okay tonight." So some positive news at the end of this horrific situation. Still waiting to hear more from police on suspects and if there were any victims in there. Terry.
An horrific night at an Elkhart supermarket ended with 3 people dead after a man opened fire inside the store. Now, it all happened on the Martins on East Bristol Street just at around 10 o'clock last night. Police say the gunman killed 2 women before police shot and killed him. Barbara Harrington reports.
It's a tragedy you never think will come to your town.
This is where I live. I know so many people who work in there. This is devastating.
As gunshots rang out in an Elkhart Martins Wednesday night, the community's idea of reality was shattered.
It makes me feel angry. Obviously, this world, I guess, is kind of screwed up right now.
Police say a man in his early 20s entered Martin's south side door with a large caliber handgun. He opened fire, killing 1 employee and 1 shopper. Eventually, police shot and killed the suspect.
It's a huge crime scene. The area where the shootings happened in the store are basically from one end of the store to the next. There were several rounds fired in there. both from police and from the suspect.
Employees and customers were evacuated from the store and held for questioning, while nearby businesses were put on lockdown. Frantic family members could only stand nearby and wait.
She told me that she heard what sounded like gunshots, and everybody around her was telling her that they heard gunshots. Obviously, I was afraid. I said a quick prayer.
State police say processing the scene will take well into Thursday, but processing the tragedy, that's something that seems unimaginable.
This is horrible. I mean, nobody wants this to happen so close to home. I mean, this is a reality check and a sign of the world we live in. This is a scary place.
Reporting in Elkhart, Barbara Harrington, 16 Morning News.
We want to start with today's top story, and it's breaking news in Indiana. A gunman opening fire at a grocery store just east of South Bend. Barbara Harrington from the NBC affiliate there, WNDU, has more. Barbara, good morning.
Good morning, Savannah. Police in Indiana say an alleged gunman opened fire in an Indiana supermarket Wednesday night, leaving 2 women, a supermarket employee and a customer, dead, along with the alleged shooter. Indiana State Police say a young man in his late teens or 20s walked into a grocery store in Elkhart, Indiana Wednesday and began shooting. Responding officers rushed in and found the gunman pointing a semi-automatic handgun at someone's head.
They went directly to the area where they heard that last gunshot, and that was obviously an effort to stop what he was doing, which was killing people in the store.
The officers exchanged fire, killing the suspect. Police then found the bodies of 2 females, a shopper in her mid-40s and a supermarket employee in her early 20s.
We don't know which victim he went to first. As I said, the victims are spread out probably 10, 12 aisles apart.
Police say they do not know what motivated the young man and whether he chose his victims at random.
But at this point, it's just too early to speculate to, why he was here exactly, what brought him to this point to do something like this. Residents
were stunned that such a tragedy could happen in a small city.
This is horrible. I mean, nobody wants this to happen so close to home. This is a reality check and a sign of the world we live in.
The shooting took place at a Martin's supermarket. That's a small chain of stores in Michigan and Indiana. A message posted on their Facebook Wednesday night said, "Thank you to our community for your thoughts and prayers." Savannah, Matt, back to you.
All right, Barbara Harrington with the breaking news in Indiana.